Hello, hello. I hope you all are doing good. Let me just fix this really quick. So, can you believe it? Here we are. We're on day 5 of this branding mini course, and I've been, it's been a lot of fun for me to be here and to be sharing all this information with you, and I hope that you got value out of it. So let me just go over really quick just to recap. So day 1, we went over, we went over branding and what it means and kind of debunking those myths. Day 2, we went over purpose and intention. Day 3, we went over your story and why that's so important. And then yesterday, we went over branding communication. And so now today I really want to kind of just tie this up into a nice little bow and explain to you how you can start implementing this into your business today and how you can start really building your brand online. Because ultimately this is the number one thing that you have to have in order to build a successful business using social media or using the internet is you have to have a brand in place. Otherwise, people don't really know where to put you or why not they should follow you, or how you relate to people. So I am going to be looking at my notes, and so let's just jump right into this. So today, let's just go over how you can start putting this into use today and why it's so important. So there's 3 reasons why branding is so important. The first one is it provides brand recognition for you. So you become more visible on social media. You become more relatable to people. People start to see you. And like, for example, I've said this before. If you're, let's say you don't have a Facebook fan page yet, you're just kind of out there, and you're posting stuff on your personal page. Before I had a fan page, really my brand was just as a mom who was raising my kids and building a network marketing business, into health and wellness, being a busy mom. And really that brand hasn't changed that much now that I have my business page. But if you don't have that yet, that's really where you're starting, is on your personal page. And so whatever your brand looks like, as far as if you're in health and wellness for your network marketing business, if you're in, maybe you're in a clothing network MLM, maybe whatever you're in, make that your brand around that without talking about your company so much, okay? And so what that does is it provides value to your audience, okay? When you're talking about, if you're a healthy mom and you're in health and wellness, if you're giving tips about working out or those types of things, okay, you're providing value to your audience, so then they're more willing to follow you and to get to know you, okay? So that's the first thing, is it really creates that recognition on social media or online, okay? You become more visible because people start to follow you because of the content that you're providing for them. Okay, so number 2 is, Number 2 is branding creates trust. Okay, so this is something that is so important, and you'll hear me talk about in my lives and my blogs and all of these things, is it's crucial that you build a brand online that creates know, like, and trust between your audience and you. Okay, so building a brand really creates that trust with people, because as you're getting in front of the camera and as you're putting things out there, people are slowly starting to get to know who you are, what you're about, what you like, what your kids look like, what your family life is like. And so they're starting to get to know who you are separate from your company, okay? And so, if you've been following me for a while, you may kind of feel like you know me a little bit, even though we've never met, because I share my family stuff and personal stuff and whatever, what inspires me. And so now that you've gotten to know me a little bit, now you're starting to trust maybe me a little bit more. And so that's really ultimately what you want. And that's what branding brings to you, is because once you start having people following you that can relate to you and like your brand, like what you're about, like what you're providing to them, like what you're, the value that you're bringing to them, what you're talking about, all of these things that we've talked about previously, what your purpose is, what your intention is, what your story is, maybe they connect with your story. All of these things are now providing a trust factor with people. Okay? And number 3 is, after all of those things, now all of a sudden you're generating customers. Okay? So I talked about this on another live, is it's kind of like a funnel. You're bringing people in, they're getting to know you, and this is not unlike offline recruiting either. So you're bringing people in, they're getting to know you through your brand and through your message and through your intentions and things like that. They're starting to like you and trust you and follow you more, maybe sharing you with their friends. And now all of a sudden they're really curious about what you are doing, what company you're a part of, how are you doing what you're doing, how are you being able to stay home with your kids, and how they can also be a part of that. So now all of a sudden it's generating customers and leads, right? And that's ultimately what we want, is to be able to build a solid team of people who know, like, and trust you and that want to be a rock star with you, okay? So that is the 3 things that branding really provides for you. So it's super important. Now, let's talk about how you can start implementing this into your social media today, so that you can start maybe tweaking some things on your personal page or tweaking some things on your fan page, so that then we can, hey Kelly, we can start to get you those customers that we're talking about, or those leads or those prospects, or just building relationships in general. So one of the things that you can really do is, first of all, you have to break out of your shell and you have to start stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay, so yes, that means that you have to start doing lives. Yes, that means that you have to start being more vulnerable on social media, sharing your story, sharing what you're about, sharing maybe a little bit about your family, and those things. All of those things that we've already talked about, you have to start kind of stepping out of that comfort zone, okay? And the other thing is go through day 1 through 4 also, and start doing those little homework assignments that I put into place, and start crafting your story and start writing down what your purpose is and your intentions and things like that, because this is a process. This isn't like an overnight thing, and it takes time to start to build these followings on social media and on Facebook. And so some of the other things that you can start really doing is, first, get a fan page. So get a fan page and start to build that out in a way that reflects who you are. So the quotes that you use, the pictures that you use, the information that you're putting out there, the content that you're putting out there is relevant to who you are. So if you're somebody who is really, really into, for an example, I'll give you this example. I'm working with somebody who is a homeschool mom. And so really her whole Facebook page is geared towards homeschool moms, and using quotes, that are relevant to that, and using information that can help those moms be a homeschool mom. All of those types of things that are relevant to her audience, but then also, folding in, other information about working from home and network marketing, things like that. So whatever that is for you, start to kind of build your fan page out that way. Now, the second thing with your fan page is I really highly, highly, highly recommend that you start a likes campaign. Once you get to 100 likes, start a likes campaign that targets the people that are of your avatar or your target market. So maybe you want to target both men and women. Maybe you just want to target women because you're targeting moms. a certain age group, a certain country, a certain lifestyle. Maybe you want to target people that are just in network marketing. So target people like Eric Worre, Sarah Robbins, Ray Higdon, those types of people, so that people already understand that you're in network marketing. And so when they like your page, it all goes together. Okay, so I only have women on my page because I like to work with moms. I target a certain age group, and I target network marketers. Okay, and so that then when they come to my page, they already understand what I'm doing, and the value and the content that I'm providing for them is relevant. All right, so that's number 2 that I would do with your fan page. Okay, and start building that out, and you could do that for $5 a day, and then your audience is starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, then you really, you need to start thinking about being very intentional about the stuff that you are putting out there every single time that you post. So this is where I really want to start talking about attraction marketing and what I use to be able to build a business online. So attraction marketing is the number 1 thing that I use to be able to build my brand online as well as my business. So when you're building a brand online, attraction marketing is encompasses all of the things that we've talked about in the last 5 days. The information that you're putting out there, the pictures that you're putting out there, the lifestyle that you're portraying to people, the colors and the images and all of those things go with that, but really it's your story. I have people come to me all the time that, say that they really enjoyed, a piece of my life. Like I shared the other day about how my son was in the NICU. And so I had 2 different moms reach out to me and could relate to that story, even though that's a very painful time in my life. Those are people now that I'm building relationships with. Okay, so that is attraction marketing, you guys. You have to start being vulnerable in front of your audience and really telling your story. And that's really what it comes down to, is just being raw and real in front of people and making mistakes, because that's what's relatable. You want to have that relatability with people, okay? And that is what is going to start attracting people to you. And this isn't going to happen overnight. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm just now starting to really build my core audience of people. But the way that I'm doing that is through attraction marketing and through the systems that I'm using now to be able to build that. Okay? And so it's so crucial. Now, the other things that you want to be mindful of is being positive online, being, showing up when you say that you're going to show up, being reliable. All of those things are also important for when you're building a brand online. Maybe you're somebody who's like really goofy and silly and fun and, really, whatever it is, be that person. Be authentic. I have this cup. I showed it this morning in my live. It says, be yourself. Okay, so because that's so important, whatever that is. Maybe you're really dull and quiet and whatever. That's okay, because that'll relate to somebody. The woman that I follow that I absolutely love is a total nut house. But I love it because I just do. I really like her personality. So, it just really comes down to, you guys, is just being yourself online, and being raw and real with people and being authentic, and attracting people to you so that you can then start building those relationships with people that you may not have had before, without spamming people, right? Stop doing sending the messages, the copy and paste messages of, join my team, I have this great product, or those messages that start with, this may be a long shot, but I just thought maybe you might be interested in this product because I know you have kids, and here's my link. No more of that kind of stuff. We have to stop that. You have to start building relationships, and you have to start building a brand and an audience online. Okay? And it takes time, and it takes work, and it takes being consistent, and it takes all of these things. But I'm here to help you. I want to help you. That is what I'm passionate about. I want to get you going. I want to do these things for you. And, you know, that's why I do what I do, is because I want to see you succeed. Okay, I want to show you what attraction marketing looks like in the right way. I want to be available for you to lean on and ask questions for when you're stuck. I want to show you how to build out ads, you know, Facebook ads that are now targeting your custom audience that you've now built your brand has built a custom audience around. And do all of those things. You know, now you've all of a sudden got this amazing brand out there, and you have people coming to you, and so now you have these leads coming to you every single day, and it's so exciting because your email, you know, a list is building and building and building, and so now you need to start communicating with those people and putting stuff out and building those relationships. But how do you do that? Okay, so branding is just one part of it, and it's really the foundation of it all to get started. Is you have to figure out who you are, who you're talking to, and what is the reason why you want to be online. Okay? And then you go into all of this amazing, I mean, I'm just like so happy that I have found this. You know, these amazing ways that now you can start communicating with people through email marketing and Facebook ads, and you know, you're just able to now build out this whole business online that goes alongside your network marketing business. Because ultimately that's all of our goals, is to be able to build our network marketing business online, right? And build these awesome teams so that we can be able to give back to people. Okay? So that you know, that's kind of it, you guys. It all comes down to this big thing called attraction marketing. And what does that look like? Okay? This whole business, this whole online marketing, this whole branding thing that people think is just this buzzword that's going around is so important. And it all comes back to attraction marketing. Okay? So that's really it. That's how you can get started today, right? Is start to do the work to figure out what is it that you want to be giving to people? What is it that you want to be offering to people? What is your message? What is your intention? What is your story? Start crafting all of those things and start that today, and start putting that stuff out on Facebook through whatever quotes you put out, whatever information that you're putting out there. Start to do that today. Change those things up. Get a Facebook page, okay? And so what I want to offer you today is I want to offer you my personal coaching services. Now, I'm not charging for this. This is something that I'm offering to you because I really want to see you succeed in this business. But my only stipulation is that you pick up the Attraction Marketing Formula Bootcamp. It's a free e-course that really goes through what attraction marketing is, okay? So I'm going to put that link on this video. Go and pick that up because it's a free course, and it really goes through what attraction marketing is and what that means, okay? And it goes through branding, and it goes through marketing and how Facebook works and how social media works and all of these things that we've been talking about, okay? So if you pick that up, I want you to then message me and say, hey, Nicole, I've taken the next step in my business and I've picked up the free Attraction Marketing Bootcamp, and I'd love to set up a time to talk with you. We can get on Zoom, and we can kind of start from there and see what you need to do and how you need to start, and start breaking down what your brand looks like, what your story looks like, what your intentions are, and all of those things. I want to help you because I had somebody help me with this. Okay, and this is just me giving this to you as another mom, as another woman, as something that I want to do. Okay, but you got to go to that link on this video and pick that up, that free course, okay? And then message me. All right, so it has been an absolute pleasure to be here with you guys for the last 5 days. I love doing this. I love giving you guys this information. I hope that it helped you. If it has helped you, please share it with your teams, share it on your page. I'm going to take this course and I'm going to put it into a downloadable e-course type of a thing, so that then you can just have it all in one place to be able to share with your teams and share with other people. Branding to me is something that is so important, and attraction marketing is it's just like the baseline for all of your online marketing, all of everything that you do to be able to build your business. So when that comes out, I will let you guys know. I'll start working on that today, putting it all together for you. And then you'll have it all in one little neat package, okay? So please reach out to me once you pick up that free training. Let's get on Zoom and figure out how we can put your brand together and what that looks like for you. All right? So have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next training that we do. And yeah, all right, take care.